Howdy ho folks, this is Sami from De Ensiferum and you are checking out Look One Metal. So stay fucking tuned. Yeah!
Hello Sami, your album was released a few months ago. What were the first reaction and the satisfaction?
I would say the reaction, well, statistically, the reviews were really good, and the record label said the sales figures were really good. But as a musician, as an artist, I would say the best feedback was when we did a tour, and when we played shows after the album release, was that when people are singing along, headbanging, and have the fist in the air with the new songs also, not just the old one. So that's the best feedback I can get, and we had that. So. Thank you. Ensiferum is really kind of ambitious band, and also what would be the word? We want to try out stuff. We are that might be like our commercial suicide also, because we are not a band that plans things ahead. That this is the stuff that we have to make, and this is the music that people expect from us, and we always experiment stuff, and if something sounds good, then we do it. We don't think about the consequences. So, but we're still in this position. So I think our fans appreciate also the diversity of our music, and and I think we're gonna keep doing that, because that's how the band was started, and that's how things were made before the band had any success, and that kind of music was appealing to the fans. So I think they also appreciate for us being honest to the music, to the metal. Yes, definitely. I would say two paths kind of really naturally continues where the previous album called One Man Army ended. It kind of, the idea of the previous album One Man Army was to make an album that sounds like a live album. So the band is actually playing, not something really overproduced digital thing. On One Man Army we already achieved a really good sound and really nice groove, but with two paths. We really went back to old school. We had like analog tapes where we recorded drums. There are songs where we recorded like drums and bass same time from the beginning until end, and nothing was fixed. It was like really just like us playing in a rehearsal room and have the energy there, and the honest impression of music. And I think that was kind of the new era. But on the other hand, I think now we achieved what we've been trying to achieve since One Man Army. So let's see when the next album will be out. It might be something different, because don't get me wrong, I love AC/DC, but we are not AC/DC. It's not like
I love AC/DC from the Bon Scott to Brian Johnson.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, me too. I grew up with that band, and I really respect that. But the thing was, when AC/DC released a new album, you always know how it's gonna sound. But for Ensiferum, it's totally different, and that's how we love to do it, because we want to have the complete freedom to do whatever we feel good like. But anyway, the cornerstones are metal and folk music, so those are the things that will always stay. But we always want to experiment stuff also. So. I guess it's more about it's about when we compose, we try stuff, we try different ideas, and whatever feels good and right for the song, and then we keep it. We, like I said, we don't think what people expect from us. But yeah, there were a couple of songs that had like clean vocals on, more than usual, on Two Paths, and but we also made like alternative versions with like harsh vocals, and it was actually, that was again nothing planned. It wasn't like something that we thought in advance. It was just something. Pete was doing his harsh vocals, and we're like, hey Pete, this is some time. Hey, how about if you would try to do these songs with harsh vocals? And he did it, and we're like, oh, that actually sounds good also. So we're like, hey, let's put them all in the album. So like, if somebody's not into clean vocals, or if somebody's not into harsh vocals, you know, there's always the option. And but let's see. I think that was just a nice detail for Two Paths album. It's not gonna be like a normal thing in the future that we're gonna have like different versions of the same songs. But it was just a funny thing to do on. Well, actually, she's not a member anymore. Yeah, she was, and yeah, Netta is a fucking fantastic musician, incredible player with accordion, and yeah, we compose as a band. So of course she was there in rehearsal room with us and saying ideas, and we always encourage her because she was a new member. We've been together 14 years, the guys. So we said, don't be afraid to say your opinion. So just bring it on, and she did, which was really nice. But yeah, nowadays she's not in the band anymore. She is doing her solo thing, and everything is okay. You know, no drama here. It's a matter of life. You know, sometimes you just have to be honest to yourself. Well, it's good to be honest to yourself all the time, but you know, that what do you want to do, and how do you want to spend your time, and what do you want to do with your life? Simply as that. And because band is a marriage of, like Ensiferum is a marriage of 5 people. Well, at the moment 4, but everybody needs to want it. Everybody needs to give 100% for that, because otherwise it's not fair. Everybody needs to work on it. Well, like human relationships, you know. Two Paths is well, there are so many topics in that, but the title Two Paths is it means that that every moment, literally every moment, we are in a crossroad, and decisions that we make, they have obviously instant effect and what's the word? Consequences. Sorry, but instant consequences, but also consequences 10 years, 50 years from now. But not just for ourselves, because if you do or if you don't do something, it will affect things, and it's well, it's really hard, but it's hard to think like that, but it's also so true. But most of the times we don't even understand that we are in a crossroad all the time. You know, if we do this, it will lead to this kind of thing, but if you would do this, in the long run it might go somewhere totally different, even though the situation doesn't mean like, it doesn't feel like, okay, there's anything special. I'm not making the biggest decision of my life, but in the long run it will. Like, I always tell people the story of how I got into band, Ensiferum. I was going to record an album with another band, and I tossed a coin, because some of the guys went there with a bus to the studio, and I lost the coin toss, and I was stuck going in a small car packed with drums and everything, and the driver was Markus Toivonen, the founder of Ensiferum, because he was working in the ex-label, Spinefarm Records. And we talked with him, and same evening he was like, I'm not gonna drive all the way back to Helsinki, I'm going to a bar. I was like, first time I ever met the guy, I was like, I'm going to a bar with you. And we talk and get drunk, and next morning he fucked off and I go record basses and whatever. And a couple months later he calls me, hey, you were a nice guy and I heard you're a good bass player and pa. But for example, this moment I didn't know that like this encounter with this person could lead to something that really changes my whole world, change everything in my life. And that's what I mean, we're always in a crossroad, but even though we don't understand it, it might change the course of the world, the future, not the world. Well, depends how you think about it. Okay, anyway. For me, it's well, Ensiferum is really energetic music, and one of the biggest things for me on stage is the audience. When I see them going really crazy, it gives me also the extra boost, and that's why I have to say I really love playing in France, because the crowd here is really enthusiastic. They are sing along, and they really know how to party. They drink a lot, but they still have good time, and mosh pits and sing along and fists in the air, and it's crowd surfing, and it's always fantastic to play here. But yeah, it's one of the best things in the world for me is the interaction with the audience and the energy flow. I don't want to sound too hippie because I don't believe in any superstitious, but yeah. Yeah, I'm really boring with this one. It's just warming up and well, trying to focus my mind for what I'm going to do, and kind of blocking everything else away. Because when you're playing a show, that should be it. You cannot go on stage and worry about everyday things, because then people will see it. So I think, kind of psyching myself, if that's the English word, but trying to get in the mood of focusing on what I'm going to do, and physically just warming up. But no rituals, not sacrificing babies or.
Oh. And one question from the last sure, my sons. Yeah. Do playing.
Okay, this is another commercial suicide. I think I've seen 2 episodes of the series, but yeah, why not? Maybe someday I'll actually watch it. But yeah.
Your best tour memories?
Oh shit. It's really incredible, impossible to say, because there's so many good moments, and that's one of the privileges of being a musician who tours internationally, because we get to meet people around the world and see different cultures, see different places, taste different foods and wines you never even would dream of. And I would say I'm sorry, I cannot just name one. It's nah, I'm really sorry. Like today?
Yes.
Well, actually today I'm wishing I can see Dim Borger over there. But tomorrow is gonna be a really busy day. Well, one of my favorite bands ever is Nightwish. They're gonna play. Well, we're gonna play at the same time with Iron Maiden. That sucks donkey balls. But I'm gonna see their show as much as possible. And well, tomorrow is gonna be a really crazy day. There's Accept, all this Megadeth and Arch. It's full of that stuff. Good bands. Yesterday, I would say one of the best shows was Steven Wilson. I never seen him live before. Never seen Porcupine Tree before. Hollywood Vampires were really good. Judas Priest were fucking fantastic. And Yeah, it's a really incredible festival. The lineup is always, that's a problem when you have way too good lineup. When there's too many bands, there's no way you can see them all. So it sucks when there are too many bands.
Because my radio show
Is also
in
there.
Frontiers, Belgium, France.
I see. Well, my brothers and sisters, in case you haven't heard the latest album, Two Paths, check it out. Otherwise, enjoy the summer. Go listen to live music and have cold drinks. Have a good time with your friends and love each other. Oof.